It was fucked. Wasn't working. They got no audio other than the black video. That none of it worked. Okay. That's the song, guys. You all know it. Welcome back to another episode of DWD's Trapcast. We are here, dude. It's already midnight, so we fucked up so many time frames, dude. We tried. We've been trying. Um, Was it you who said? I didn't mean to put you on the spot. Let's introduce everyone first, because someone told me since we started doing the video podcast, we don't introduce people. I was like, I don't think that's true. I think we do it every time. Did we do it last time?
We did it on the Hot Wings one.
The Hot Wings one for sure. The one with Seth. Did we introduce ourselves?
I don't know if we did, actually. I think we did the first one that I was on.
We can go watch it. Yeah.
Watch it.
Yeah, it'd be very easy to fact check someone. I don't know, right? But anyways,
Levi.
It's Dre.
It's Diggs.
Alrighty. It's your host, Dustin. You know us. Was it you who said that you would make an intro song?
No.
No. Someone asked me this. I don't remember who it was.
Seth does music, so he might.
Maybe I think it was Seth. Actually, God damn it,
Yeah,
it was.
It
was. I remember.
Get more music.
Someone asked me if they wanted to make like a jingle for it. I was like, I think it would be you because I never don't need to.
No.
What the hell, Drayton?
Oh,
Roy.
We'll see him later.
Yeah, he'll come in the shot. That was funny as hell. He just came out of nowhere.
Adorable and festive.
Topics. What do you have planned for us today, Levi?
What did I have planned? Oh man. I honestly thought about talking about the CEO shooter and like
That's what I was thinking of too.
Yeah, I think that's a pretty hot topic on people's list.
What about it?
I think it's a little wild. I think that the world's kind of hit a pretty crazy tipping point, and people are obviously having some pretty adverse reactions to the world being pretty crazy. Like, dude was like looking all sorts of crazy stuff up before he.
That's what I was gonna say. People are kind of like glorifying it, and I get it because if anything, it just shows that place that everyone's at. Obviously, no one's out there like insurance companies. Heck yeah, you know what I'm saying. The thing is, though, like, imagine being a good business guy and just getting to grind your whole life to you're a CEO of a company you don't even know shit about. Not defending it any means, but, like, you know what I'm saying? There's people who are like, oh, yeah, fuck this dude. He deserved to die. And then, like, some kid's daughter's reading this as she's going to his funeral or some shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's fucked. But it also shows, like, obviously companies, like, people aren't happy with the healthcare system at all. Like, that's been known for years and years and years and years and years. I think that's why people are happy. People aren't happy someone just got murdered. You know what I'm saying? Since this is our showing them we can stand up type deal. We can make a difference, which isn't making a difference. I don't know about that, but
I think it's launched like a lot more people do. There was like a stabbing for another CEO.
Oh, really?
He's like a way smaller CEO.
I seen
he had
that.
like 50 employees or something. And then I don't know how true it was, but I seen another story of like some old chick like throwing a pie at some CEO or some shit like as an actual assault, but
it's
I
fucked
didn't
up.
actually read into it because it seemed silly.
Right. It's like you're seeing coverage of it. It's the same thing with school shooters. Like, it's what they view as an effective way to get something done. You know, they felt pushed to a point to where they think this is what they need to do. You know, this is the only way for their votes to be heard or whatever. And it's just like, no way. Yeah, it's just added desperate need. I feel like you got to be at a breaking point if you're ready to do that.
Yeah.
Because to me, I mean, the healthcare shooter is the whole thing. Do you think he planned to get caught? Yeah, right.
I mean, I don't think anybody plans for their downfall, but I think that, he probably took it into consideration with something that serious.
Yeah.
Like, I don't think anybody would just go
because listen,
off somebody without at least thinking about it.
He had so much of it pre-planned and premeditated, right? Mm-hmm. Oh, people are seeing Roy the camera. He walked away. But, like, it just seems like for someone who had everything planned so much, a mishap at McDonald's is just crazy way to go out because it's like, bro, if you thought of everything else, you really thought, like, McDonald's, you know what I'm saying?
I think that's the wild side, too, because they're, like, talking about how, like,
he was tipping for the girl.
And, like,
yeah, that's what I'm saying. When he got arrested, he had
explain it for the viewers who don't know what's going on with the situation.
So my boy Luigi, right?
Yeah.
He got a million alibis, so we're gonna get this going through. Those are my favorite posts. It's like a company. It'll be
with us.
Dude, it'll be a full-on company like fucking Iowa 8 truck stop posting. Oh, hey, our favorite new employer was definitely working a double shift. March 4th, 10 a.m. to...
I'm surprised they're not catching any flack or something like that.
Dude.
6 p.m. to 6 a.m. He was here at the card shop.
Well, old boy popped up in fucking New York, killed a CEO of a healthcare company, and disappeared fast. He went to Central Park and they lost him. You know what I'm saying? It was over with. And it was just well executed. You know what I'm saying? He knew what to do, where to go, everything. They couldn't find him whatsoever. And story is, he went into McDonald's. He was flirting with the fucking cashier, and he took off his mask. And no, flirted with the cashier. Someone in the back said something to her, and she asked to see his ID. They seen the fake ID he was using and shit, and then called the tip line. Oh, here's what's bogus as fuck. This is even crazier work. She called 911, not the tip line.
The emergency line?
Yeah, so now she's not eligible for the reward.
I mean,
so
deserved.
that's hilarious to me. Because it's like a $50K reward.
But how the fuck are people supposed to just know that?
Right. And then so there's a $10K reward for the FBI. But that only is if the evidence that you gave them includes leads to the conviction, and calling him in isn't gonna, get you the evidence. So that's already thrown out too. So it's funny because she's getting DDoSed, her family's getting threats and shit like that. You know what I'm saying?
That's what
She
I
also
first
mentioned
mentioned.
people making fun of her too.
Yep.
Maybe don't call the police on people and terrible things. Maybe don't make a career out of calling the police on people.
To me, it's a difference between if it was that guy and the Unabomber, and you know what I'm saying. This guy didn't do mass terrorism or anything.
I'm not gonna lie. I think I'm not one for radical acts of violence, but at the same time, for a long time, I think that people have kind of just been getting shit shoveled down their throat.
That's what I said. It's a desperate act of, it shows the state of the country. That's the thing.
I think things like that will ultimately lead to change that needs to happen, but
I would hope so. The thing is that people just don't give a fuck. You know what I'm saying? Everything moves on so fast. The only reason people even are talking about that even is because of all the memes. You know what I'm saying? No one's talking about the school shooting that just happened in Wisconsin or whatever.
Literally nobody's talking.
Exactly. Me and Drayton were just talking about the South Park episode with Sharon when she's freaking out because there's school shootings. And everyone's like, oh, she must be going through menopause. She's super emotional. She's the only one who cares. Everyone else is like, oh, it's normal. It's every day. And it's it's so fucked up that's it really is, though.
I think a lot of people are avoiding talking about that because of the shooter themselves. I think it's a very touchy subject and nobody really wants to.
It's a female?
Canceled. Well, I don't even think that they were female, weren't they? Aren't they a trans person?
Oh, I wasn't aware. I haven't even looked into it that much. So now I'm gonna get called out.
I don't
Fuck me.
need to be. I don't want to be canceled because, obviously, I don't know the terms for everything.
Officially, I want to be canceled.
See, here's the thing with this one. I'm not sure how other people feel, but for me with the school shooting stuff, it's just so depressing to even read about because it's I've given up on change for gun control. You know what I'm saying? To me, I feel like everyone should own a gun. I do feel like that, or at least have the right to because of the country we live in. My thing is, I'll stop it at handguns. Even shotguns and shit like that, I have a hard time justifying,
But have you ever pumped one?
Dude, let me tell you where now. You can go check my paperwork. I got caught with a pistol that can shoot shotgun shells. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but the pistol can't rack If you ever rack a shotgun, you feel pretty, feels pretty great.
I'm saying, okay. So this is what I said. I said I can have a hard time justifying shotguns. Okay, cool. You want a hunting rifle for fucking hunting? That seems archaic, but okay, cool, whatever. Right? But then you're gonna try to justify that you need a fully automatic. It's crazy to me. You know what I'm saying? It's just okay. The argument everyone always has. Well, you need to be able to protect yourself from the government, the second right, militia, all that. Crazy work. The government has access to laser drones, so if they want to kill you, you're dead. You know what I'm saying?
We should also have access to laser drones.
Oh, I agree with that.
That's massive. I don't believe that in America anybody should be above or more protected than anyone else.
I just think
There's no reason that we should ever have to live in fear of being like, yeah, my pistol won't protect me from the government. They have a laser tank.
think you have to accept you're always going to be outclassed. You're going to have access to the world's cutting edge technology and resources. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, if the government wants you out of their way, you're going to get out of their way. That's the fucked up thing.
I agree.
In a perfect society, yeah, let's revel up together as the underdog 1% and shit like that. But it's like, bro, that ain't going to work out like that. That's like.
I understand why they have so much control on it. I think they need to stop trying to control things like that.
That's why I think handguns are reasonable, because if any situation of your safety comes into hand, it's not like you're facing a small army. You know what I'm saying? If you are by chance you're doing something fucked up, like
No, for real.
you crippled or something, like what the fuck you got going on, my dog? But that's just me. Like I said, what do I know? Fuck me, right? Like. And that's the thing with the school shooting. That's what I was saying. I don't think there's going to be change that's going to happen. You know what I'm saying? Like anytime soon, at least, because so many of them happen. It's like, what's the difference between this one? What's going to make who's going to care more now? Like
They're adding scanners at the front of the schools here.
in Clinton and shit. Isn't that fucked up, dude?
I'm happy in school anymore.
See,
I worry for my daughter.
I literally was having these conversations the other day. Is that like I wouldn't even know how you would feel as a kid. You know what I'm saying? Because we grew up when school shootings were starting to happen. Like it was like, oh fuck, another fucking crazy one. This is nuts. But now it's every month at least. Like kids make jokes and shit like that. They got all sorts of training programs that are fucked up in different schools. Like it's just crazy work. Like,
have you heard of ghost guns?
Yeah, just 3D printed.
Yep, 3D printed now.
And
they were saying that's what Luigi got caught with.
Yeah, really.
It was a 3D print.
Okay.
Because it's super easy to get them online because of the loopholes with them and shit like that. They're 95% the way done. All you have to do is assemble. And since they're selling the individual parts, it's not illegal.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? And it's just like if you were like buying a PC, like the website will have all the web parts. And they're from single orders, but you get your kit, you ship them all to you and you assemble it. And it's basically good to go. Just as that firing pin and shit. But just, what I'm saying? It's crazy work. And they're cheap as fuck too. They're super accessible. So like at that point, we can't get rid of guns. That's the thing.
No.
And here's the awesome thing. Like I watched a documentary about gun culture is just obsessive in America. Like you go to other countries that they're fascinated with how Americans own guns, Like it's just what the fuck are you talking about?
I believe that like they're a piece of technology that has obviously helped humans get to a point of where they are. Like they've been a huge part of pretty much every culture up to a certain point. Like I think that people being into them is no different than people being into like cars or video games. I do think that like obviously there needs to be a way better screening process for anybody to be able to get guns. Like obviously you need to be like tested, make sure that you're not going to have a radical outburst with your emotions and shit and go grab a gun and shoot people. But I also don't think that like we should ever have to worry about being outclassed, if that makes sense. I understand we probably always will because
outclassed by like the government or by like other countries.
By like the government, pretty much.
Yeah.
Like if they can have drones and lasers and other shit. The average citizen, if they have the resources to be able to get those things and can pass the tests to be able to obtain those things, they should be able to get those things. Like, if you can prove that you are responsible and intelligent enough and you have the resources to afford those things, why can't I get a fucking laser or some shit?
Let me tell you right now.
Why can't I get a super
If you're going to have the Second Amendment, why are you going to stop at a certain point?
Yeah.
You're like, no. Now you're getting
Elon Musk helped with this, but even before he did his stupid thing, getting a flamethrower is so fucking easy to do.
Also, I think it's a little silly, like, when...
There was a time in our lives when we were looking heavy into... Do you remember that? Maybe you... Okay, I was going to say, because me and Mom were talking about getting one, because we had...
What was your mom wanting one?
Well, so this is how it was, because we had this lawyer at the time, and they were like, you can get it through... They have, like, heavy-grade flamethrowers classified as weed killers.
I've seen those.
And shit like that. And so, like... And it's a tax write-off.
Oh.
And so we were in heavy talk. It was like $2,000 or something. I was like, and I'm
holy weeds.
The cops driving by you, and you're just like out in your yard.
You remember when the after the first gate where the 4-wheelers were, how we had that land with all that hay?
Yeah.
Mom wanted to burn that shit down.
Yeah.
And I, as a kid, thinking, I was like, oh, I can get a fucking flamethrower. But I don't remember why we didn't do it. Probably because it's $2,000 and it's a flamethrower. But
I think it was too much responsibility watching the fire.
oh yeah, probably had to get the fire police department involved or some shit.
Yeah. But nah, if you could pay to go shoot a gun, now I want to go and pay to go ahead and drive a tank and shoot a tank. I want to pay to shoot a fucking drone laser. I want to pay to fucking
I remember
air strike on something.
in one of Oliver Tree's music videos, they're driving a tank, and I don't know if he talked about it on a podcast or where, but they were talking about how he did it, and he had to go to Russia, and he paid like close to $2 million just to rent the tank, but it actually was able to shoot and shit like that. And he's like, people don't appreciate the effort I put into these videos and shit. I'm risking my life going to Russia and all these bogus ass countries.
I heard he did some crazy shit just to become famous. Like he acted like his agent or whatever, like his manager, and called all these places and made a bunch of deals that didn't actually exist.
Like posing as them?
Yeah,
that's funny.
When he was coming up.
And I would 100% believe it. I have no evidence to say that's true or not, but I 100% believe it. Because when you hear him talk, not in his persona, he's really smart business wise, and he talks about his whole career is capitalizing off of virality. You know what I'm saying? He started his thing with the extreme scooter shit, but then just became a marketing thing. Tried things to go viral, a million things to go different viral ways, and then found ways that worked and leaned into it heavy. While creating good music, I like his music a lot.
I think it's decent.
I like any music that genre bend, and he's really good at that.
Mm-hmm.
He started off at maybe making pop house club music or whatever, but makes more emo rock. He had that album, had his country album that was still country's. I wouldn't even say.
Yeah, no.
It's still a pop album with guitar, basically. That's it, and cowboy aesthetic, but still a good ass album. I don't know. I didn't listen to his last album because I was in prison, and I have to check up on music still. I'm still going through the back catalog. Great ass pivot to the fucking point. Favorite Juice WRLD song?
Favorite? Man, that's a tough one. I was actually just looking at them because I forget all the names.
And I'll tell you why you're wrong.
I'd say Doomsday Recording.
You could say leaked or unleaked.
I just said Doomsday Recording.
Is that all the time? Do you have a favorite leak?
No, I'm gonna say that's all the time. So that's one that I'm always in the mood for.
That's peak Juice WRLD. That is peak Juice WRLD right there, and it's cool because it was an authentic one beforehand. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't a posthumous they tour together. Cordae and Juice tour together. They have a couple leaks and shit already. I like.
So they have more music coming out then?
Probably not. Probably not. But they have freestyles together and shit and all that.
I really like Flaws and Sins.
This is a good one.
Yeah. Lately, I've been listening to Misfit.
Misfit's one of my favorites off that album.
Mm-hmm.
Off the one, I definitely like Best Friend with Flaws.
Best Friend's good. Misfit, Celebrate with Offset.
Oh, they do Eminem, so Monster. Mm-hmm.
Anything with Eminem's pretty awesome.
He doesn't like Eminem.
Really? Why not?
Maybe because it plays too much.
My thing with Eminem, I like Eminem. Dude, I just had this discussion too with someone. Eminem's a really good artist. He's really good lyrically. But when you listen to a song and stuff like that, you're like, oh, this is fucking good. But you don't go, oh, I'm going to put this on the playlist so listen later, You kind of just experience it and it's over with. Someone like Lil Wayne, one of the greatest rappers of all time, he puts lyrical songs where you're like, fuck, I'm putting this on the fucking playlist, dog. This shit's goated. Mona Lisa?
That's the one that was on my mind.
You heard that song, right?
Probably.
No.
I haven't listened to Lil Wayne in wild. If he hasn't featured on.
Oh, you got a password? Oh no, you don't. Kendrick's on it.
Okay.
Dude, hold on.
I like Mona Lisa, I'm not gonna lie, but half the time it comes on, it has to skip it.
Yeah.
It's what is you're in the middle of a fucking podcast. What are you
I'm just playing us a little bit so you know. We'll listen to this afterwards. Whoa.
Okay. I do like this song.
You heard it or no?
No, I haven't heard it, but I do like it.
So check this out. It's one of those story songs.
Mm-hmm.
I don't even want to explain it until
You give it away.
I know, right? Oh man. You ever listen to like Jordan's Lucas song when he would rap about how he had to go kill that dude to get into the gang, and then at the end of the song he does the other perspective of the guy who gets killed by the gang member.
I don't think I ever.
No.
That's a really good song too because like it just talks about the like this two inner city kids. You know, I forget what the fucking name of this woman is.
Jordan's really good lyrically. Like
Allegedly, it's a true story, and like he changed the names of the people in the song and shit. But basically, this new kid moves to town. You know what I'm saying? It's a big ass city. He doesn't have no friends. He get picked on. Old boy brings him in. He's like, "Oh yeah, man, what's up?" Whoa, they're smoking and shit like that. Whole time, the dude who approached him has to get initiated, so he has to kill someone he doesn't know. You know what I'm saying? So he's like becoming friends with them, doing all this crazy shit, meeting his family and all this stuff like this, and then takes him out to the spot and kills him. And it switches to the other perspective of the guy who, you know, just moved to town. He's, you know, met this new guy. He's cool. Ooh, I got a new whip. I'm going to take him through. And he talks about how he feels like he's getting set up. He's like, no, I can trust this guy, you know? And even while he's like sitting there dying out when the dude already thought he was dead, he takes a shotgun to the head like 3 times. Like he's bleeding out and won't die. And I'm like, bro, this is fucked up. It's one of those songs that leaves you like, damn. Like Dance with the Devil, you heard that song?
I remember that song.
Yeah, you know that song too. That's one of those songs you listen to. You're like, damn, do I still like living?
Like a feeling in your stomach, like, damn, what just happened?
It was fucked up. He said, I know it's true. I was in rhythm doing it too, or some shit. I was like, oh, what?
Yeah, no, that song was crazy. I found that when I was like 18 or some shit. My buddy put it on, and I was like, this song's dark as hell.
Dude, I remember that's another song. I remember exactly where I was too. But Keith was driving me home. We're like coming home from Davenport, so it was like we're in Clinton, like off the Eldridge. You know what I'm saying? Still got like fucking minutes, and it comes on, and he's like, "Oh yeah, we're not skipping this one." He turns it up, and I was like, "What is this?" He's like, "Listen, just listen." Oh hell no!
What was the Jordan Lucas song?
I have to look it up. I don't remember what it's called.
That's fine.
Oh, fuck. It's old though. It's back when he
Juice WRLD.
But my favorite song. It's hard for release. For released, I really liked Righteous. Righteous is one of my favorites of all time. Already Dead is one like really special to me because like I had the 10-second Instagram live clip saved from when he did that. Like I was in it, you know, and I was like, I can't wait for this fucking song to even leak. And it came out before it leaked. You know what I'm saying? So that was really cool. Well, it got leaked and came out the same day. Which is also super funny because there's his tribute song "Rich and Blind." That was one of my favorites. You know, to Lil Peep and X and all that.
I gotta check that one out.
That one's good because you got the Legends one, all Legends Die in the Making, but it's an EP. And Rich and Blind was the other song off that, and it's a little bit more of a hype tribute song. You know.
I like any of his hype songs.
Like it's not hype, but like you know what I'm saying. Like it's not slow. So and he's like, oh
Did you ever
man.
talk about Juice WRLD Day?
I don't know if I did or not. That shit was decent.
I seen the Dave Blunts has been blowing up a lot.
Dude, he's been blowing. I've been seeing all the memes because of that oxygen tank shit.
He was the guy on the couch?
Yeah.
I saw the news about that too.
Yeah.
I was like, I wonder if Dustin saw that guy live.
Dude, what's fucked up is when he came out is when I was getting merch. And so, because I literally said, I don't give a fuck if I see Dave Bloods, because he was coming next, but like they had to do a bunch of extra shit to get him on stage. You know what I'm saying?
I brought a couch out.
And
Yeah, that's what
but while I'm waiting in line and shit, there's TV, so I'm watching it. I just wasn't watching it live in person.
I thought that I don't know. I didn't really care for Dave Blunts. I don't have any trash to talk about. I just don't really care for the music much.
If he tried, I think he could put out decent music. Actually, he's got enough of a fan following now where he can stop with all the because with his lyrics and shit, those clips everyone sees, they're just to go viral. You know what I'm saying? No one's dropping the fucking F-bomb like that. No one's dropping hard R's and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Definitely did a Juice WRLD hit though.
well, I'm saying though, like no one's just actively doing that. You feel me? Like that's marketing shit. Because now we're all talking about. No one else would be talking about like this Playboy Cardi clone.
Did Juice WRLD have a song?
Oh, he does. All of them. He drops hard R's. But people are mad about him for being transphobic and stuff like that. He talked about in his newest song about how people are fucking girls that are probably guys and they're cool with it, you know.
Talking about Dave Blunstone.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's it.
I noticed a lot of his lyrics are very like
Because he just got this song. He just got this song called like "First Day at the Hospital" because he's home from the hospital.
Believe it. The man said he only had like a year to live on stage. It's
Who else was on the lineup for Juice WRLD Day?
Oh, a shit ton of people, dude.
There was Trippie Redd. I know he was there. Lil Yachty was there.
Yep. The people I enjoyed, Trippie Redd was really good. Lil Yachty was aight. The thing that's fucked up about his set that I didn't like, so there was 4 big headliners, okay? And there was like 12 smaller headliners. The smaller headliners got like 2 to 3 songs, and the big headliners got like 30 minutes apiece, okay?
Okay.
And so the smaller headliners, there are people like Corday, which is crazy.
He was smaller one?
Right.
Damn.
Right, so he only did 3 songs, but he had to leave anyways for some bullshit. So he did his songs. He was really good. G Herbo was one of the smaller ones, but he was really good. I like G Herbo a lot. Thank you. There was a bunch of local Chicago rappers that are blowing up. Like
There was like a 16-year-old girl that
See,
I've
she-
never like heard of.
it was like Star
Was she
Band.
rapid?
Yeah.
Yeah.
She was also while I was out there. But like Scrooly G, he's really blowing up in Chicago. Von Off 1700's blowing up. They're both there. People I never heard of. So Lil Yachty though, he has his rap group called Concrete Boys, okay? And it's got like 3 other people. And they took up most of his set. So like I said,
His set?
yeah.
Oh.
So the 30-minute set was probably 24 minutes of his fucking crew or whatever, you know what I'm saying? And then he came out for the last 7. So when he was actually there, it was good. But everyone was like, bro, who the fuck are these douchebags? Like, you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Like,
Did you know who they were?
yeah. And they even did a song with Lil Yachty and the Concrete Boys, but they just played Lil Yachty's part. He didn't even come out for that.
What?
I thought for sure he was going to come out for that, you know? But Polo G did his little set.
Was he one of the big ones?
Yep, that was really good. Kodak Black didn't make it. He was supposed to be there, but
I forgot that.
right. Hot Boy was one of the smaller ones. I like him, so he was pretty good.
Did they have a replacement for Kodak? Or
No.
No. So you
They,
just
they said his flight got fucked up or some bullshit. Like his plane broke down, his private plane or
you
something.
still get paid for that?
The way
Did
they,
they?
Yeah.
Hell no.
the way they ended out Juice WRLD Day was like very like I remember it was like really rushed.
I don't see. I have 2. I don't know. I have 2 things that are 2 ideas for why that happened. Yeah. So right after all the performances, right, they were supposed to do an album listening party. Okay, so we're gonna listen to the whole album. They played like 2 songs. They
Yeah.
played 2 songs, and then they shut it down. But after they did one of the songs, and they did like this whole fucking presentation for it, so it was really cool. Like all this confetti was exploding, the lights were going everywhere. But as that was happening, people started to leave. So then they played the second song, and people are still leaving. I think they were like, "Oh fuck, it, people are leaving," you know. Other thing I have that is like maybe is that the second that everything turned off, it was 11 o'clock exactly. I was like, I wonder if that's like United Center. They were like they overstayed, like you know, they booked until 11, they got to leave at 11, just because their performances went over long. You know what I'm saying? Because like between acts, there'd be sometimes 2 minutes, sometimes like 10, 20 minutes. You know, so like I don't think they were as ready to go. You know.
That's probably
They probably had it lined up to where like okay they each artist had 8 minutes a slot, so they had it perfect, you know what I'm saying? They didn't give at any time of air. That's my thinking of it. Otherwise I have no idea why. But
I'm surprised Ski Mask wasn't there.
I know, so Ski Mask and DJ Scheme had just that night was their first day in their Australian tour.
Oh.
And so they were overseas, you know what I'm saying?
the secret person that was
Never showed up.
really.
It was supposed to be Rich the Kid, I found out.
No,
that
would have been.
I was like, I didn't miss it, but I also, because they had one name that was blurred out, and they said it'd be revealed the day of. And it never got revealed. Even when you were there, the posters everywhere still showed the name blurred out. I was like, bro, what the fuck?
Sounds like they really weren't prepared for a lot of things, and maybe people didn't end up getting the money they needed or something. I don't know.
Honestly, I feel like that's it, because Grade A, the management team behind Juice World is so fucking sloppy. It's ridiculous. You know what I'm saying? It's crazy. It's crazy work.
Is Kid Leroy still under them?
Nope, he left fast. He left like the month Juice World died. He left. He's actually signed to whatever label Justin Bieber signed to. Right. Ooh, what time are we at?
The money game is crazy. A lot of people like I've been listening to a lot of videos. Patrick CC on YouTube has been he's the dude I listen to all the time but when I'm at work. Yeah, go for it. And he's got a million videos of a bunch of different scams that have happened in the music industry.
Oh,
Rappers fucking each other over and different what's the record labels screwing over, their
yeah, 100%. Like that's all I feel like I see stories about. That's
no,
why
it's
like
ridiculous. It seems like the only people that do well are the ones that are hyper successful or the people who go completely independent.
it's like even the celebrities like Uzi. Uzi was just fucking bullshitting around in his label for a while. You know what I'm saying? And it sucks too because like so Juice World, right? He was signed to Grade A, which is Lil Bibby's thing. They got like 5 people working, right? But they had a distribution deal through Interscope. So this is back when Fighting Demons was going to come out. That album kept getting pushed off because Interscope has like 50 artists. So they won't cannibalize their artists' other sales. You know what I'm saying? So let's say he's going to put out his album this day. Well, now The Weeknd just announced that he's putting out an album fucking that weekend. Okay, well, this is getting pushed. You know what I'm saying? He's dead. You know what I'm saying? Like, and so that happens a lot. Like, that was happening a lot. And,
Like when they were pushing it back because of Taylor Swift's
yep,
stuff coming out?
exactly. It's specifically, yeah, like, behemoths like them, like, they just said that, I didn't know this till recently. They announced that Rolling Loud that the deluxe for the Party Never Ends is going to come January 24th. And I was like researching it. Apparently, most labels don't let their artists put any music out in December because Christmas music always cannibalizes the radio sales. It's like you can't outperform Mariah. You know what I'm saying? You're not going to get shit for sales. You know what I'm saying?
Don't put it out.
Like, just don't do it. Like, are you going to compete with this 150-year-old classic? I don't think so. So I found that interesting because I never really realized that or put that two and two together.
One of these days, somebody's going to come along and they're going to dethrone Mariah Carey in the Christmas song. Like, I don't know. I see a lot of videos of people talking about how like they make a ton of money around the holidays because they just go make very generic like holiday themed music.
Yeah,
and they sell it to people.
Like, I'm surprised rappers don't have Christmas music out.
No,
let me say
people used to do a bunch of Christmas albums and Halloween albums
For Christmas.
because I have a playlist
Oh my god!
called 12 Days of Trapcast. Jesus Christ, Drayton.
Wow, that's wild.
You have my phone in your hand. How was that me?
Because that's what popped up when I played.
Nah.
When I opened Spotify. No, Sirski.
You were on my phone on Spotify last, listening to fucking Mona Lisa. So try again.
Oh, that's fair. That's fair. It starts off with a classic, which is Saint Brick Intro by Gucci Mane. Middle of the winter, I pull up in a vert. It's in the middle of December, she pull up in a skirt.
Oh,
Yeah. And it's like, dude, it's a Christmas song, so it's like, trapping through the snow with a little extendo AK.
I think more rappers need to lead. I still get to say themed albums,
But it's got a whole, I got 12 whole holiday hip hop Christmas songs.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? And there's some bangers. It's not like some,
Yeah.
yeah. Dude, this one's a banger. You know, it's Kool-Aid Man and Lil Jon.
This can't sound good for it doesn't sound good for us.
That's a banger, dude. He doesn't say the N-word. He says, like, everything on my list hit it or some shit like that.
I have to get lit at the Christmas.
I just love how, like, in the song credits, it's Kool-Aid Man. Who's getting paid off that?
Kool-Aid.
The Kool-Aid estate.
I always thought that was just a rapper named Kool-Aid Man.
No, Sirski. It's the OG Kool-Aid man himself.
Through the wall, giant red tub of Kool-Aid himself.
Did you see the Mark Zuckerberg thing with T-Pain? I haven't listened to it, but I just think it's funny. Mark Zuckerberg, T-Pain, he paid T-Pain to do like a shit ton of money for a remix song. Oh man, I gotta find it. It's hilarious. Get low. Together they're called T-Pain. There's Zuckerberg Pain.
What?
It's the OG. Marquis.
Socket to be played more time. I'll go back.
It's funny though. It's low key kind of cool though because he like did it as like a gift for his wife or some shit. Like you know what I'm saying, it's something special to him. But it's just crazy to me like the amount, like how much money do you think that costs? Like you could just buy a song from T-Pain for yourself. That's fucking legendary.
Millions.
Oh, 100%. But it's just like, bro. Like there's this one thing on Twitter that was just showing like, okay, Elon Musk worth like not worth.
That's on
All of his assets, meaning all of his companies added up, is like 430 billion. And that's just an unfathomable number. You know what I'm saying? Like people it was just a breakdown of all that everything that could do. It was like it could buy everyone in the United States a $200,000 home. You know what I'm saying? Everyone on the planet can get a MacBook Air Pro, which is like a $1,600
For the
laptop.
price of the song, sorry.
No, for Mark Zuckerberg's net worth,
Oh.
or not Mark Zuckerberg, Elon Musk's net worth. Because it was just this thing that was trending. It showed up all of his assets, so not actual his liquidity, but like the net worth of like SpaceX, Starlink, you know, everything added up, and it was 430 billion. And it was like, what can someone do with 430 billion? You know, every American can get a $200,000 home. He could buy every living person a MacBook Air Pro. You know what I'm saying? Just shit like that.
I feel like they could definitely use their wealth just a teeny tiny little.
Oh yeah.
You know, instead of hoarding like billions of dollars.
Let's see you get rich and do it.
I think, yeah. Well, I mean, like,
I feel like I definitely.
I feel like there's nothing wrong with being rich. Like, people can hate that however they want. You know, like people hate on.
Let's say
money.
I got $1 million a year. Let's just say that, right? And with that, I wouldn't do anything extravagant. You know what I'm saying? I could easily invest $50,000 a year in something charitable. You know what I'm saying? I feel like, because $1 million it is a lot, but like you wouldn't live in a mansion. You know, I don't know what your house payment would be. Probably like what? I personally would buy my house. I guess everyone lives their life different. I would buy, you know what I'm saying, just a $2-3 million house, it's a nice little 5-bedroom. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, if I was rich, I don't even think I would need that.
Right. I'm not getting a big ass.
You gonna stay here?
Fuck, not just apartment. I'm gonna get a house somewhere, just not like a big ass. Like I wouldn't want.
You motherfuckers cut their heads off in here.
I would build like a crazy build apartments with like 3 bedrooms.
Your own compound,
Yeah, pretty much, and just rent it out to a majority.
right? What's that building that's up there? You know what I'm talking about?
I do know what you're talking about. I don't know what it is.
I was looking at that. I was like, what is that up there? It looks like dorms almost.
Yeah, there's a new road that goes up there. I was thinking about driving through it one of these days. Take a right.
Interesting.
Daring today.
Dairy. What chargers does he use?
USB-C.
USB-C. Drayton, you got a CC.
But I feel like once you become rich, like I don't think there's anything wrong with being rich. It's once you become rich, I feel like there should be like a little bit of something to hold you accountable to.
See, here's my
No, hold on. Pause a little bit. You said you wanted a 5-bedroom house. Why would you have a 5-bedroom house?
This seems like a good amount.
What are you doing with 5 bedrooms? Studio.
Yeah, right.
Okay.
Computer room.
I'll have the computer room.
Those are 2 different rooms. The studio is a different room from the computer.
3
Well, okay.
bedrooms for friends.
I'd have a full game room. Okay.
which is different from your
Yeah.
studio.
Because a gaming room's gonna have like most of my collectibles. You know what I'm saying? A cool setup. If I ever started streaming, it'd be the same room as that.
Okay.
But I'd have a straight room that's just like a table, chairs, or an official podcast room. Something where it doesn't look like this. You know what I'm saying?
What's wrong with this?
I'll say this actually. This is the best setup we've had the whole entire day. But yeah, no, I agree. So this is maybe something it look like. Just a camera mounted, all that, the soundproof walls, all that. So that's 2 rooms, right? Probably maybe a kid or two.
Okay.
Maybe a kid or two. That's
And they
4
each
rooms.
get their own rooms? Ah.
I mean, I don't know, a porn room or something.
Smart.
VR room, I mean.
Share bedroom.
Some futon. No, I don't know. What the fuck, bro? I don't know. I imagine whoever I'm dating would want like a
How many
makeup
bathrooms?
room or some shit.
Or a bedroom for yourself.
Yeah, that would also.
Guest room?
Whoa, you were waiting on that, weren't you?
Need a place to sleep.
Actually, I prefer to sleep on the couch. And if you don't believe me, how many times did I sleep on the couch in the mom's house?
No, sleep on the couch in the banger sometimes.
The couch is more comfortable than the bed sometimes.
It's here's
kind of weird.
Here's what it is for me, and I don't get it because I find that. Well, I mean, not all couches are comfy, but like if I'm sleeping on a couch, it's because I find it comfy. Obviously, I wake up more motivated to get up, if that makes sense. You know what I'm saying? So I'll sleep on a couch and I'll feel more refreshed than if I slept in my bed because in my bed I'll just I'm going back to bed.
Man, we literally slept on chairs.
Yeah, we've slept on chairs before.
We pushed 2 chairs up together. Oh, that's a nice.
I like it because the couch is shaped like that.
Dude.
And you sleep down in it, so it's kind of like.
I'll never forget when Alex fell asleep on on that fucking TV. I don't know who was there for this. I don't remember you guys being there. This was one of Rose's like old homes, dude. The one that caught on fire. Check this out. When we were kids, like I'm talking like maybe 7 or 8. My aunt's house caught on fire, and it was me, my brother, my aunt, my mom. My aunt was smoking a cigarette outside. Okay. And so my mom and my aunt are outside. Drayton and I are playing. I walk up and I leave. I'm just outside chilling with my mom for 10 minutes. She's like, "Why'd you come out here?" I was like, "Oh, the house is on fire. I figured it'd be better not to be in there." And she's like, "Where's Drayton?" I'm like, "In the house." They were like cooking something in the kitchen and it like caught on fire and I just dipped. Oh man. But
It's okay.
anyways, that same house, I don't know, do you remember that?
I remember the story. I don't remember.
That same house though, we were all chilling and we had like this old box TV in the corner, right?
Mhm.
And Alex is sitting on the edge and he's like this, and he's straight up sleeping, not even holding him like his face, he's just sleeping, standing straight like this. And I'm like, there's no way Alex is asleep right. It's me, Callie, and Alex for sure. I don't think you guys were born yet. I'm only a year older. But no, that shit was funny as fuck. I could never sleep like that. Any other position I could sleep. You know what I'm saying? I was in jail for 2 years. I've learned that type shit. Sorry if I bring it up too much.
I sleep on my couch a lot. I also have
Your
like
couch is comfy though.
I have like a like vibrating Tempur-Pedic bed. I barely ever sleep in it. But at the same time, my wife also sleeps diagonally across the bed, and I never want to wake her up because, she works early in the morning. So
You're like curled up on the one corner available. Like
it's not even that she minds. She tells me all the time, like, just scooch me over. It's like, no, you're asleep, and like you need your sleep. But what if you don't get your sleep?
You're like, I literally
You're
don't need.
cranky in the morning. Yeah, I'll be fine.
I have no responsibilities whatsoever to do. I know the feeling.
Literally, I can just play games for a couple hours, and then when you go to work, I can go to sleep and have the whole bed to myself.
It's funny because I make this joke all the time, but Levi did it earlier, unironically. It was funny to me. He's like, we should wake up early. I don't know, maybe noon.
But that's true for both of you.
No, but I say that all the time to my roommates, saying, Christina, I was like, bro, I gotta go to bed. I got a long day tomorrow. I gotta wake up at like 10.
And they're just like, who the hell are you? Like, what do you mean long day?
Dude,
I've already been up for 4 hours, but
if I'm setting alarms before noon, I'm like, fuck.
If I have to do that, I don't even want to exist that day. Like, I don't know. I have a bunch of Christmas stuff coming up, and that means I'm probably gonna have to get up slightly early and then drive, and that is like hands down the worst combo.
Where
Like,
do you go?
We just had Thanksgiving. I mean,
You don't have to say location, but like how far drive?
probably like a 2 hour drive.
Oh, shit.
Sometime like
East, west?
for this, if that, like an hour and a half.
Iowa?
Yeah, but I don't know.
like
Like,
the fucking holidays, man. Fucking.
no,
I gotta wake up and drive. God damn.
I hate the holidays, dude. Like, I love spending time with family, and I love
First the
going to
trees
see
and now
people, but,
this.
like, I hate the whole concept of like Christmas because it happens literally 6 days before the year ends, and like, there's not a single landlord or anybody who expects payments on the first who's like, "Hey guys, we know it was just Christmas, so we're gonna give you a little extra week to catch up." They're like, "Hey, it's the first. Pay us or you won't have insurance."
I found the Joyner Lucas song. It's called Ross Cappuccino.
That can't be it,
Oh
but
yeah,
It's
a Capici only.
This house starts with real life events that occurred, but it's 8 minutes.
Ross Cadillac.
But this is back when like this guy was just blown up.
Jordan Lucas is fucking good. Dude spits for real.
I remember like going to Alex Martin's house back when I was like junior, and we watched his new videos. Like he was dropping the bangers, like I'm not racist back then, you know. Just story songs, and then he kind of went more pop mainstream. He still slaps, His freestyles, like well, I don't know, they're not freestyles, but whatever. His over the other beats, you know what I'm saying? Those videos are always fucking fire.
I like his one over
Hand ups, what's one?
Low Pumps.
Low pump, yep. Gucci Gang.
When I first got into it was with his remixes of other people's
Right.
beats.
If I give him these checks back in back,
Back when I got into them too, yeah.
Yeah.
no,
And then I was like, when he started doing like the I'm Not Racist,
you know, it's
Racist, the one that's
see what checks they are?
Brody.
Brody, okay.
Yeah, or maybe it's called Envy. I'm pretty sure it's called Brody. But it's a song about envy and about how like people you're around when you're successful can grow envious of you and plot your downfall and shit. Like I think that's something that a lot of people probably have to deal with when they're actually coming out. You know what I mean?
That don't like normal people don't really think about.
Yeah.
Right.
Oh, I can't play these house audio. Oh man, I think we should wrap it up. Or anything on the minds?
Y'all play Marvel Rivals?
Just
No.
a little bit.
Just every day.
Yeah. Every day.
See, my problem now is
I
that
have 2 accounts.
I can't play with them because they're on PC.
No, we switched back. We switched back.
You need to just get yourself a little laptop and a mouse, man.
I was actually looking at this website, but they're like $1,000.
Because then you could come play this game called Supervive with me, which I want to put you all on that. If you have a PC, get Supervive. It's like League, but a battle royale and not toxic like League. Like the community is actually lit. Somehow Tyler 1 is like a poster child for the game.
Seem right.
If you don't know who Tyler 1 is, he's lit.
So check this out, right? $1,200. This gets me a terabyte SSD, 16 gigabytes of RAM. Crap. RX 7600. Don't know. And then Intel Core i5.
How much is it?
1200.
That's more expensive than my computer.
An i5? That don't seem right.
We bought ours on sale.
Do we?
They had this other one. This one seems kind of decent. They're a 1500 one.
Probably any of those would be good. And like worst case scenario, you might
32 gigs of RAM.
you might put update the graphics card.
That's what I'm saying, dog. I need to move before I get a computer, dude.
Yeah.
We got to get a house.
I think you need 2 years of a workers.
That's just crazy, dude.
That's what I'm on right now. Working and working and working, so that way I can go get a place.
Like pay stuff, you mean?
Yeah.
This world we live in. Can't just get a house these days.
You should build one.
We should all just throw in together and just build a
I'm
massive,
trying to build a house.
like the kids next door house.
I wonder what we build in it.
Like a freak out.
What do you mean you've been learning so much at lessons?
I got fired from that job. And the exact reason more because after you review his work, you have to do it over.
And you start to track down.
Which is crazy because you're harder to track down than me.
No, you're already tracked down because you were too busy making those TikToks and those pie charts and too busy. You're too busy doing other shit and not working.
I was giving the fans what they wanted.
Pie charts.
Those pie charts, did you see them?
They were essential to the whole thing.
I made some stupid ass pie charts.
They were your downfall.
But I still get the car, so you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
We're still up. We're still up. Let's see. I had some bookmarks here we could talk about. Forms of torture. Seems kind of the Pepsi Jet thing. I don't know. It's not that interesting.
Dustin's form of torture is playing the same songs near you over and over again, and then sometimes making his own parodies of them and singing them along to the parody, like singing his parodies along to the song.
Name one parody song I've ever made.
The
Wings.
Airplanes.
The Wings.
Yeah.
Oh man, that was a time to be alive. There's this one time as
Don't have to tell it again.
Oh, I'm gonna tell it again.
He said, no.
I don't think I've told it out here.
Yeah.
No, the thing is like Levi's never heard. Levi's never heard.
At least.
So there was this day, right? We had just went to Buffalo Wild Wings, and so Drayton had leftovers. And I don't know, we were like probably 13, 12 around here. And Drayton was making them, and he dropped his plate of wings on the floor. Well, at the time we had 4 dogs like that are like roar size, so then I start coming over to him, and Drayton's on the floor on his knees, crying, little tears, swiping the dog. He's like, "No, these are my wings."
It's like something out of a horror movie.
Dude, these dogs are fucking like going for him, dude. He's gonna eat them in the pants. He's in tears, and I'm laughing so hard, dude. And I made this whole song about it, dude. That was funny.
Buffalo Wild Wings is fucking banging though. So
Is that the reason we couldn't do that?
Yeah, is that the reason why this episode's delayed 2 whole weeks?
Yeah, why don't you talk about that?
It's like that's all we got time for today.
Okay, so some of the most archaic forms of torture, huh? So putting a trapped rat on someone's torso, that's gnarly. They're starving, so they are forced to eat.
No, so you're actually this. I heard about this. They
trap a rat on top of you that's starving, and so the only way for the rat to escape is to eat your living flesh. You know what I'm saying? And this cage is on this man's genitals. Yeah. So
show it to the.
I can share it on the screen. I don't know if I should. Right? What is this guy?
That one's just a cage. Normally they put like hot coals on top of it, so they want to burrow out.
Oh my
yeah.
There was one where you like straddle this piece of wood.
That's like in a triangle.
Yeah, and then they would attach weights to your ankles, and it would just like slowly pull you down and split you.
There's one where they would tie you above a bamboo shoot because it grows incredibly fast. It's gonna step right up through you.
And then,
Wait, what? How long does that one take?
Less than a day. They grow really fast.
It'll just grow through you.
Mm-hmm.
they did all kinds of crazy shit back in the day.
Man, we're so boring now.
There was just a doctor.
You're telling me I can have a bamboo maze in a day?
People's lives constantly. Like that was the thing he did in almost
Let's see.
fucking every experiment.
Is that true? That can't be true.
That can't be true.
Bamboo can't grow that fast.
Bamboo would be more, it'd be used for more things around.
35 inches in a day.
That's more than me.
35 inches, that's a good 3 feet, dude. That's true. If you had some sort of like thing where it's just like slowly pulling a cord or something as it's growing, 33 feet a day is pretty good.
Mm-hmm.
You could just what? A time lapse would be awesome.
So that means you're sitting there starving. Cheeks.
What were the options?
Oh.
All right. Oh yeah, well we got to close it out with our freestyle. Levi said he had some bars cooked up.
I never once said that.
Damn.
Drake, can you lay a beat down? Knock that shit off.
What the fuck do you want from me?
That was it. That was it. No one was spitting.
Why didn't you what?
Oh, why did I?
Yeah, why didn't you?
Oh, my shit's not frank. Yeah,
Why,
he gets it.
why'd you point at me and then nobody else went?
It was you. It was you. What do you mean? Why
I had to beat. I couldn't go. Yeah. Dustin was too busy pointing. I don't know why he could.
All right, y'all. GG. Stay soft, stay dry. See you next time. Happy holidays.
I mean,